Gaffer, normally at this press call we reflect on the previous game or two. We're unable to do that sadly this week. We're only left to reflect on what's been a rather frustrating 7 days, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, not only for us, of course. I mean, some other clubs have been in the same position, and you can't always understand the weather or rely on the weather sometimes. But obviously, there's got to be some form of process put in place that's better than the one we've got now for all of us, because there was 3 or 4 teams that were in the same boat as us. So let's hope they learn from this and try not to make it happen again.
We are going to try and draw a positive out. A big game, obviously, against Maidstone at the weekend at Boreham Wood on Saturday. You've brought in 5 new players since the new year. Has given you a bit more time to integrate them to the rest of the squad. Do you feel they're all talkified now?
Yeah, nearly. We always work hard on that right from the first day. They're watching videos and we're giving them homework, where we say, watch this game, and have a look at this player because you might be playing with him, or so we do talkify them pretty quickly. And as you say, yeah, we've had that opportunity. I mean, it's only been whatever it's been, 10 days or something since our last. Seems like a lot longer because we've had 3 games cancelled, 2 versus Woking. So it seems a long time, but no, it's been okay. We've really had sort of 3 weeks to prepare, if you like, for Maidstone. But we don't want too much longer because, a long time without a game. Halifax had that situation yesterday and they would feel probably that wasn't their best performance of the season. So we've got to make sure that we're not slovenly going into this Maidstone game, which is very, very important to both teams.
Now, since you and Aaron have been at Boreham Wood, there's been no doubt that a lot of analysis goes on behind the scenes with your backroom staff on the opponents you're playing. Does that make it more difficult when you're analysing one set of opponents and then it's moving on to the next fixture and then the next fixture without actually having played a game? Does that make it any more difficult to it?
No, we've got a very good sort of scouting system between Pete, Louis and Downsy and myself. We watch their games, we try and watch for patterns, we try and watch for who we think the team might be. I mean, everybody does that obviously anyway. What will be beneficial to us? Do we need to change our shape, change our personnel, whatever it is? But so it could be that we slightly change our personnel this week. It might be we keep it the same but then nobody knows what the same is other than the lads themselves because we haven't played in those games, so the opposition won't know. But and we're sort of really looking forward to a game now. That's the important thing, and I think now it's at home in a 6-pointer. We sort of seem to be using that quite often. But Maidstone now found themselves bottom of the table, and we've got a couple of games in hand on them. But we need to try and get a little bit more distance between us and the teams that are just below us. But we've also got to catch up with the teams that are just above the relegation line. And the boys are in good mood. They've been training well, that's for sure. And we look quite fit and quite talkified, as you said.
It didn't seem that long ago, Gaffer, where we were talking about the urge to improve the home form, but slowly but surely, Gaffer, that has been improving, as with the team. 3 wins in the last 4, I think it's only 1 defeat in the last 11 games at home now, and that's pleasing with this whole flurry of home games coming up, isn't it?
Absolutely, because I think we're going to have 4 at least home games in the short space of time, and then you don't know what other games have to be put in, just depending on what happens. But we got the trophy game with Barnet, and then the following week, or within the week, we've got Barnet again. So the home games will be critical in the next few weeks. So we're always, whatever happens, we're always proud of our supporters and the travelling that they do and all that. We spoke to a lot of them at Boreham Wood, and we always appreciate their support. None more so than now. You know, it's when you're in a little bit of adversity as far as needing to get out of trouble, and we're sort of gradually doing it, but don't think we get, we're getting somewhere in the cups, but we got to leapfrog 2 or 3 teams, and that might be that might take a month or so because of the points difference with the teams that are just outside the relegation. But it'll be that positive, enthusiastic atmosphere that we get at Plainmoor, which will be worth points to us, absolutely. And I know I've said that before, and when I have said it before, the supporters have, adhered to it, they've understood it, they've turned up, they've given us great support, and the boys have produced. And that's again what we need. That supporters are exactly what the name suggests. They support the lads that are out there and give it all they've got, and they normally do. Most absolutely do. So we appreciate that, and that's what we're going to need for the next group of games, which are a lot of home games.
Gaffer, one new face that we've seen up here in press calls and during training is a very familiar face to the Yellow Army in Noel Thompson. Can you tell me about his role at the club?
Yeah, I can. He's been around now for 6 weeks, part of our coaching team. Done a great job. His title is strength and conditioning coach. So he looks after when the injured lads have seen Regan and we know what it is they need or the rehab that they need. He will look after that while Regan's doing the treatment of injuries. And also we've now got Anytime Gym, which is fantastic, and we get 2 days a week in there. We get any time in there, but we schedule two times a week where Niall takes the group into the gym and does a proper gym session, which is benefiting everybody. So it's good, and he's not a bad little right back when we do 11v11s as well, when we need someone. So it's been a good appointment. He's obviously still part of the college as well, so that keeps everything, for him the same. It's good for the college, it's good for us, and we've been meaning to say it for a little while now because people have seen him around, and it's been a good appointment, and it certainly added to our coaching and physio and strengthening staff.